The imposing statue. Looking closer, you notice the statue's clerical garb. The hymn, winged keep from stone. The lever part of the lock mechanism seems to be missing. There is no prize with which to open. A presence accosts you. You cannot see it, yet know it is there. It is in front of you, then behind, then finally within. You hear its whispers. The master must teach you, so that you may become a master in turn.
It's not working. There's something to this I'm not seeing.
It's not working. There's something to this I'm not seeing.
The spirit of a priest lifts his eyes to yours. When he speaks, he rasps, as if there were dust in his voice.
I watch the gate. Who goes there? I watch the gate. I watch the one who must be watched. I watch the one who should be dead but can only be chained. I watch the gate. You must leave. The one who must be chained will take your soul. Do not let it speak. Do not let it speak to you. No. You must leave. You must not speak to it. You must not speak to the one who must be chained. It will steal your soul. It will steal your very soul. Kill it if you can, but do not let it speak. I beseech you, do not let it speak. Kill it if you can. I watch the gate. Who goes there?
weakness of your heart. I know who you are. I know the weakness of your heart. Of your heart. I know who you are. I know the weakness of your heart. I know the weakness of your heart. I know who you are. 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 I know the weakness of your heart.
Watched the gate, but the one I'll watch the gate no more.
nothing. There's got to be more to it.
The chill of the vault seems even colder for what you have just witnessed.
To lock away the problem is simply to admit failure. What we see here...
Forever in the dark. Forever amid the cursed. This was a place of sadism.
A dusty old chamber with a demon locked inside. There's a metaphor in here somewhere. Why these folks would volunteer for it is...
The spirit of a young robed man paces the chamber anxiously. He sees you approach. A look of trepidation crosses his
Did my order send you? To cure the child? Some form of demon seized her and nested inside her mind. She cannot speak or move. We did what we could. We can find her here until a way to safely remove the demon could be found. It was my duty to watch her. She has no family that we know of. All she had was a pet cat. That poor girl's life is drifting past her. Her cell is just over there. Are you sure you can help her? What are you going to do? My brothers were confident they could help her as well. But they still... But nobody else is coming to help, are they? I'll let you in, but promise me one thing. Whatever happens, take her away from this place.
The spirit can't help but smile.
I knew you had good in you. Take good care of her. Bring her somewhere peaceful. Don't disturb the demon within her. There's no...
Away! Do you hear me? Away! I won't let anyone hurt my mistress anymore. Get away! I won't let anyone hurt my mistress anymore. Mistress saved me when I was a kitten. She took me in, fed me and kept me warm. She deserves... I won't leave her side, not until she wakes. My heart stopped beating and my flesh fell away. No matter.
rubbish.
I won't let anyone hurt my mistress anymore. Mistress saved me when I was a kitten. I won't leave her side. Not until she wakes. My heart stopped beating. Get away. I won't let anyone hurt my mistress.
The young girl lies silently on the floor, eyes open and staring. Her only movement is the tiniest rise and fall of her chest. The young girl lies silently on... The girl's eyes don't even flicker as you lean in close. Her fingers seem to grip you ever so slightly. The girl's grip tightens. A flush of color spreads across her previously bloodless features. She's grown stronger, strong enough to move, perhaps.
Wherever you take her, I hope it's a take care of her. Cure her if you can.
The lever part of the lock mechanism...
It's not working. There's something to this I'm not seeing.
A trembling spirit wrings his hands, his eyes darting around the room.
What are you doing here? What do you want? One must not mean harm to do it. Please, go.
His hands shake. He clears his...
As a priest, I had a patient. A dastardly demon held him in its grasp. The demon absorbed all his pain, in exchange for his soul. I planned to torture the demon until it gave up its grip over the poor fellow. I began in earnest. But his cry... So I lied to the others. I told them there was no helping him. I told them to seal us down here. Where better one soul damned than two. As the levers fixed, perhaps you could extract him. But you'd have to be able to contain him, defeat him once he'd been loosed. I suppose. Be wary. This demon knows no decency, no remorse.
Ah, look at you. Handsome. Handsome. My, how long it's... Would you believe Brother Calvin locked me up in here because he said I was possessed by a demon? Just because I don't feel pain. Have you ever heard it? Oh, he would be. Old Brother No Life took it on himself. Maybe I was a little kooky back then. But you'd be amazed how... His mouth twists in an ugly snarl as he stutters that last sentence. And if you are here to free me, right? Not so fast. Justice. Come over here. As you strike him, the dwarf's face changes, becomes softer somehow. Yes, please, release me from... The dwarf's face flickers and changes. What are you doing? Stop! You're not going to walk away, are you? Are you? Is that all you've got? This is almost over. This close there. I got this straight. This bloody prison. This bloody prison. This bloody body.
I do hope you will do what I could not. I hope you will free that poor...
His hands shake.
As a priest, I planned, so I lie. Better one soul damned than two. I do hope you will do what I could not.
His hands shake.
As a priest, I had a patient. A dastardly demon held him. I planned to torture the demon until it gave up its grip over the poor. So I lied to the others. Better one soul damned than two. Wait. Care for him, if you can. If you can, help me. He's my responsibility.
I'm ready. Is mine. I'll yield to none.
How fares the hunt, my friend?
He smiles brightly and pulls you in for a short, if warm.
You've done me proud, God. I know how twisted the paths can get. How much more alluring the sunny glare. But you know it's the darkest roads that lead to... The nature of my lesson, though, might be somewhat different from what you expect. All life, after all, sustains itself by consumption. Like the grass feeds the herd, and the herd feeds the hunter.
He waves a hand to the cage in demonstration.
The very same. For the sum of soul through demise, a chance of divinity. Then later...
Jahan's incantations befog. Then, all you hear, then all that is silence.
That is all. Their suns have set. You are very powerful already. A master of the source. But I did not let this burst.
He hands you a book, hot to the touch. A sparkle with source.
My pleasure. And now that the lesson has ended, there is one more matter I would... You see, the demon that you killed, the advocate. You might say the advocate compared to his master, like the pussycat compares to the tiger. The self-same tiger, Now, don't you worry. I have no intention of sending you after this archdemon. There are few enough God-woken as it stands for me to force them into any real danger. The one thing I would like you to do for me, though, is to return through the mist to the Isle of Blood and uncover there his name.
Jahan looks at you utterly flabbergasted, but soon an air of serenity descends upon him.
Adramalik. You have to admire his cunning. To think that in his guise of Deva, he and I shared the finest wines in the realm. Thank you, Godwoken. You have done me, and you must go your path, I mine, so that I may confront the archdemon in his lair, in the great city of... Please accept this token of gratitude. You have done me a great service. The time has come to serve you, if I can. Are you ready, Losa?
Right. Really? Okay, yes. What? I'm ready. Totally. Is it just me, or did it just get...
I won't lie. This will be rough, Losa. Our foe is There is a great power in names. Just like Source is the language of creation, a demon's true name. With his name, we may undo it. As for you...
His dark eyes flash at you.
You must not disturb us, no matter what. Promise.
He nods respectfully in return, then
Close your eyes, Losa.
Jahan takes Losa's hands and begins inhaling slowly, deeply, then exhaling audibly through his mouth. Losa's breaths, they begin to hum in unison, a low rumbling. The humming grows louder and...
Quiet! Adramalik!
Losa suddenly lunges forward, her hands reaching for Jahan's throat. Jahan steps away, and Losa tumbles to the ground before quickly Losa's eyes are ink black, her skin corpse grey. Her chest heaves in rapid pulses as she stares intently at Jahan.
Adramalik, thousand-named nemesis, Lord of Soot, come, shake black hands with me.
This is none of your business, Jahan. How many times do I have to convince you to keep your nose?
Listen to me, demon. I know why you chose her. I know what it is you fear the most, and therefore desire the most. But I'll not let her...
Losa's a good host, Jahan. We're going places.
Mashtuna-pathan Shdanelu.
He places a palm on Losa's forehead. She falls to her knees, seemingly overcome by some...
You petulant would-be king. You're nothing.
Kaumel Saravel.
Losa's eyes roll back in her head. She groans, her face slack and lifeless, while her body racks with spasms. Jahan draws his palm.
It's no use. It's too late. I failed her. The demon's not coiled around her heart. Losa's soul is buried very deeply, deeper than ever before. Adramalik may never allow her to resurface again. She's lost, bewildered. A stranger in her own soul. She's fighting a battle for her life, for her very self. It's a battle she may yet win, even if only temporarily. But you must call her spirit back from the dark. Guide her into the light. Let your voice be the shepherd that leads the lamb through the valley of wolves. Go on.
She stirs. Barely. Her eyes flutter open and dart around in a panic.
Hey, Chief.
Well done. Very well done indeed.
Only just.
I am truly sorry, Losa, that I couldn't exorcise the demon, but do not despair. I will not give up on you. We must simply take a darker path still. You almost have to admire his cunning. To think that in his guise of Deva, he and I shared the finest wines in the realm. Stories of life and love. But now, to the city of Arx you must go. I will travel with you, if I may. I will meet you both there, and prepare for the coming. You'll yet be all.
say, I think we're onto something interesting here. Yes, finally progress. It's odd, you know. I can feel that it knows I know. I feel this kind of... I guess it's sort of like sitting around the dinner table with someone who's in a really bad mood. You can try to enjoy your meal, but your food loses its flavour and your appetite shrivels up, and in the end, all you can feel is what they feel. Oh, you're the best.
She reaches for your hand and...
It'll be all right. I'm so...
She smiles.
I know its name, after all. Like you said, how about...